Hello, welcome to our review of 12 Monkeys Episode 2. My name is Jay, and this is Philip. We're just going to talk about this episode for the next 5 minutes or so. Philip, go ahead and if you want to give us a synopsis really quickly of what the episode was about.
So in this episode, Cole goes back to 2015 to try and talk to Goins' daughter, Jennifer, I believe is what they named her, and in an effort to find out who the 12 monkeys are and what's going on. And throughout the episode, they originally sent him in the wrong place, which is what allows him to reunite again with the psychologist. I cannot remember her name right off the top of my head. Erin, I believe. Oh no, Erin brings her. So that's her. Leland going to Riley. That's what it is. Riley ends up getting that information, and then as a result, she ends up finding him, and they end up going through it again. And there's other little snippets that I won't necessarily reveal, but you start to realize the 12 Monkeys are actually an organization.
Yeah, I really liked it. Again, I really like the change in the Brad Pitt character.
Yes.
That I like what they did there. Yeah, she definitely is an integral part, or she knows something about what's going on, obviously, because that guy took her at the end. This is gonna have some spoilers in it. I'm sorry, we're gonna talk about the episode in depth and kind of speculate a little bit, but when you go on IMDb to find out and try to place, the character from the movie versus whatever, there's major spoilers on IMDb. So this character is apparently only in 2 more episodes.
What?
Yeah, she's only in 3, and she just did 1. But they did the same thing with House of Cards because they had Kate Mara only in 1, and then obviously she ended up being in the whole season. So maybe they don't want to put too much on there but then again, they have Cole in every single episode, so I don't
Oh,
know.
Cole needs to be. I mean, that would be a very different show if they suddenly killed him.
I really like how I mean, again, I don't remember the movie a whole lot, and I've made a conscious decision to wait until after we finish this season to watch the movie so I can compare it, but I don't want to confuse anything during the watching of the show. I want to enjoy the show for what it is, and so far I am. This episode was much better than the first one, and I really liked the first one, so I hope it continues on this trend. Again, I really like the acting of Goins. She did a pretty good job. The psychotic, but is still aware of what happened to her and where she's at and kind of why she's there to some extent. She is obviously going to be a big part of this, I believe. And I'm curious because in the movie, the one thing I remember is at the end, it's Bruce Willis watching himself die. So, we haven't seen that play. So I think that we're going to get a different story than we did in the movie slightly. So
Well,
one of my things is, I was telling Philip this before we started, the guy in the black hat. I wonder if that is an older version of Cole or somehow relates to that in any way. Philip, any speculation or what did you think of this episode?
so I thought it was much better than the first episode. The first episode they had to set it up, and this one, there's just a lot more intriguing information. Um, Jennifer's character, Jennifer is just fascinating. Jennifer Goins. Riley, who's the doctor, former doctor now, that's supposed to be doing research, is also fascinating, and they give her enough depth, and Jennifer enough depth, as well as Cole. So like, Cole is much more empowered in this version of 12 Monkeys. Like in the original, he's literally just told what to do. In this one, he actually takes some control, and I actually appreciate that. And then Jennifer, I agree with you as well, because in the original show, the original movie, it's a completely different story, by the way, Jason. Completely different. I mean, because 12 Monkeys was actually not really anything. It actually ended up being, in the original movie, it ended up being like a activist organization that had nothing to do with anything.
Mm-hmm.
The release of the virus in the movie was just a random doctor that happened to work there. So that's why I said they're going in a completely different direction, which could be interesting. It could be that, like what you're saying, they're trying to loop it out and say that the mystery man is Cole, but I don't know if I buy that yet, because That would just be weird because it doesn't seem like he can stay in the past, if you know what I mean. It seems like they always are able to pull him back no matter what. But it's definitely interesting because they definitely put an air of serious mystery around this guy because it's why does he want to end the world so much, and how does he have so much power? If you remember throughout the whole episode, everything's covered up. Everything, like how the guy died, oh, it was a heart attack, and how multiple people that she knows, Riley starts dying. It's like he is able to get in places and do things. Oh, like the fact that he's in touch with the psychiatrist that Jennifer's seen,
Mm.
because he's that's the one who called. So it's definitely interesting. I have no idea where they're going to go next. I mean, my best guess is that Jennifer is not really going to say, but my question is, are they going to be able to find that other doctor that might know something?
Um, Possibly. I think that, and obviously in a coming episode, we're going to go back to 1987 and see what that was all about. I also just got the thought of maybe it's Cole. He's the reason for the virus. He just doesn't know it. Maybe he does something accidental when he's in the past that causes what we're about to see happen. Which it's totally within the realm of possibility with a show like this that
Oh, yeah.
the guy who's trying to stop it from happening is actually the cause of the problem.
I mean, if you really want to be the twist on it, then you could be right, and that could be Cole, and he's killing people to try and stop himself from doing it.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I got. Anything to add?
Not really. I mean, I think Jennifer's going to play a bigger role than we recognize because I don't. It seems like the crazy mystery man that has some sort of soft spot for her.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, that's our review. We'll have episode 3 airs tonight. We are going to get better at doing this. I'm sorry, I've had a crazy week. So check back sometime this weekend. Hopefully, we'll have episode 3 posted. We are doing a Man of Steel review Sunday at noon. We'll be posting that live. And the 10th of February, hopefully, we'll have a Better Call Saul episode 1 and 2 review for you guys. Anyway, my name is Jay. It's Philip. Have a great night.